Hey everyone, welcome back to Valhalla Games. This is Dan, updating you on my progress on my D-Day project. This is the progress of my additions for my bolt-action British Airborne Army. So as you can see, the British Paras are sort of ready to get washed now. So a bit of a description as to where I'm at. And this all relates to the painting workflow video that, podcast that we did. So I have put on the green ochre from Vallejo paints base coat on the smock, the Dennison smock. English uniform. Khaki is the pouches and puttees. Black boots. The rifle is leather brown by Vallejo. I would prefer to use scorched brown. That is my previous recipe. However, I'm all out. So if anyone's got scorched brown sitting around from Citadel paints, I'm your man. Let me know. I will swap you or cross your palm with silver. Lauren Forest from Citadel on the pouch there. The mug is Doombull brown. And again, all the silver is just a black undercoat with lead belcher on top. The beret. So I see a lot of people using a very, very red colouring for the beret. So my little recipe for the beret is, and this is not finished, obviously it's got to be washed and laid up, guys. So my recipe for the beret is to use Privateer Press P3 sanguine base for the base, and then get on Citadel corn red. To be quite honest, you could leave the sanguine red out of it and just go straight with the corn red. It's going to get washed now in black, as is the rest of the model, and then highlighting up again with the corn red will give you a highlight on top of the washed black corn red, so it'll be really pleasing. If you want to go higher than that, I recommend you could use the sanguine highlight from Formula P3 from Privateer Press as well. But this here makes a really good colour of the beret. And if I was to get you something to prove my point, here we go. There's the base, and then for highlights on it, looking at that sort of colour there. There we go. So I guess no better reference than that. Put that off to one side. It's one I prepared earlier, like every good cooking program. Yeah, so little details on it. The base, on the boots. Just cutting out another step when you're going to wash it. Why not wash it properly? So again, on the boots there, I got a nice sort of turquoisey highlight when I wash the whole figure black, as is the next step for these figures. But the black has been highlighted with P3 coal black, but you could use, there's a GW colour, the name escapes me at the moment, but yeah, fantastic. Anything sort of turquoisey always looks great, or you could use something like a grey black from Vallejo or something like that to do it. So this is the figures all ready to go now for all over wash. You notice I haven't done the skin. Basically all the cobblestones or anything like that on the base, they have been washed with brown earlier, so it gives some greater depth into the rubble around there, so they're progressed and also define the lines of the cobblestones there. I'm going for brown cobblestones as the rest of my army because many of the areas around Arnhem and Market Garden had like this brown red sort of cobblestone with a little bit of pinks and stuff like that going through it, and just to reference, where I've ended up with them. That's the finish effect on one of the models that I've done previously. So you can see that the greens, all a cam basically on the Dennison, nothing's finished. You're looking at a finished article here, and then something that's way down the track from being finished, but you can see now that it's starting to progress. I put all the skin tones on afterwards. That means that I just have that freedom for the black, as I said, if I need to. The Lauren green looks very, very bright and sort of pale at the moment. Basically, when I wash it up with the black, it starts, and then layer it back up again with that colour, it starts getting some depth to it. And if I need to, I sometimes put a little bit of green around the the buckles and straps and stuff like that on there. It's cool. So thanks very much. Thanks for joining me again. I hope that you're really looking forward to seeing them finished like I am. Next step is to finish this bad boy, and luckily is one I prepared early, getting another one. That one's almost finished. Getting these all over those miniatures. If I really wanted to then, once I'd done the cobblestones, it would almost be tabletop ready. Of course, I want to progress from there. I really want to get these finished for the actual game, up to the standard of everybody else. Some bandages as well, and the bandages and the toggle ropes around the miniatures. I should say that those are done in a old Citadel foundation colour, so those are Neb stone. Really great colour once I've washed it with black as well. But yeah, so I layer it up with that, and then wash it with the black, the null oil wash, and then layer it up again. It looks suitably dirty and old looking, as if they've been wearing it for a bit. Unfortunately, this particular model lost its foresight and end of the barrel, muzzle of the barrel. Bit of a fault from the artisan castings, but I'm going to literally put a pin in and then build up the foresight around it for that one. Finish that. But yeah, thanks for joining me again, team. Just a bit of a update, I guess, on how the project's going, and a bit of a few top tips on the colours and stuff like that as well for you. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope if you're painting British Airborne, it's been good for you. So yeah, join me back next time, and hopefully I've got this finished. Talk to you soon.